So 6 months ago, I said this was the best bakkie on the market. I was wrong. I was very wrong because they are bakkies and then they are raptors. This is in a league all on its own. There is no bakkie that can do the things this bakkie does. Even the exhaust tells you I'm different. Listen to this. That is the beautiful sound of a 3-liter V6 turbo petrol engine. Tell me, which other bakkie sounds anything as good as that? Of course, I could stop this review right here and say, go buy yourself a Raptor, but you should know the fuel consumption. For all that performance, you are going to pay. Now, the Ranger Raptor has different exhaust modes, so I always kept mine in Baja mode because I wanted to enjoy the exhaust sound, but that meant I spent a lot of time topping up the fuel. So I started off strong, when you still have money, you're adding 1000 rand, yana, you drive, vroom, vroom, bar mode. And then with time, things change in your wallet and you start adding Woma 250 there, 10 liters, nyana. And then it gets really bad and you start topping up with 100 rand. So when you buy your Raptor, especially if you want to keep it in Baja mode, you're going to get something around these figures. Yes, I got 21.2 liters to the 100, but other people who were driving the car were able to get 17.1. You'll see throughout the review why mine is a bit high. I wanted to keep it in Baja mode so you know how bad can the consumption get, so when you buy your Raptor, you are aware. But, let's listen to the exhaust. For those of you who don't understand what this exhaust is saying, I'll translate for you. It's saying, it's fine, rev me, keep me in Baja mode, have fun, but just give me petrol. Anyway, the first 2 minutes have covered the wild side of the Raptor, and we'll get back to that a little bit later, but first, you can actually live with the Raptor as a normal car in society, actually. It'll look big everywhere it goes, but you can still do pretty normal things with it. But first, let's have a look at its interior. Mr. How much? That's not an interior. What are you showing us? I meant this interior, the engine. So there is your 3-liter V6 turbo petrol engine, the one that swallows petrol. Nice, very nice. And it's loud too. Well done, Ford. Well done. We need more engines like this in the world. We really do. Anyway, let's move on. For those of you who are already zooming onto the vents, yes, those vents look very cool, especially from the inside. But are they functional? Well, when I put the finger of truth, they didn't seem to go anywhere, but Ford says the Raptor has functional vents. Maybe they were referring to the ones on the side, I don't know, but they still look cool. Now, this is a very long bakkie. Raptor. As you can see, after measuring it, I concluded that it is about 3 long, so now you know. Coming to the back of your Raptor, parking sensors, your exhaust, and your tow hooks, proper stuff. Raptor, so people know, blacked out Ford badge, reversing camera underneath, and wait for it, look at that, nice and light. And without mentioning any names, there are some brands that could take inspiration from that. Give us light doors. Anyway, that over there is your load bed, and that's the word Ford. They should have put Raptor there so people really know this is a Raptor. But that's all the space you get. And as you know, with Fords, you have, wait for it, a plug at the back and also a 12-volt socket. You can actually option a roller shutter for the price you're seeing on your screen. Not only that, as you may have seen in past reviews, there are lights at the back of the load bed just to help you see what's there during load shedding or if you're out camping. That over there is just me making PA laugh. It's the least I can do. She does good work. Thank you, PA. Thank you. Brakes towing capacity is 2,500 kilograms, 1,000 less than the normal Ranger. So we've spent about 2 minutes on the exterior, but now let's talk about the interior. No, I'm joking. Let's talk about the driving. You've already seen the interior. Listen to this. That is once again the sound of 292 kilowatts and 583 newton meters of torque. Ah, man, I could listen to this engine all day long. In fact, it actually has an anti-lag system which keeps the turbo spooled up for around 3 seconds in case you wanna leave the accelerator and go back to. But of course, you don't always have to drive like that. Here's a scenario. You're out on the highway having a relaxing drive. You know your Raptor is fast, so you leave the fast lane. You put on your adaptive cruise control. You put on your lane centering so that the steering wheel steers itself between the lanes, but you have to keep your hands on the steering wheel, otherwise it's going to complain. And yeah, you just enjoy a nice relaxing drive. What's up, Ranger? What's happening? And speaking of the Ranger, if you haven't seen my Ford Ranger XLT review, I'll leave a link in the description. Check it out. It's pretty cool. Am I just saying that because it's my review? Maybe, but check it out. As we continue with our highway driving, you'll be happy to know that because of this vehicle size, things like blind spot monitoring come as standard. Very useful. Very useful. All cars should have blind spot monitoring actually, especially Polo Vivos. If it just so happens that you live in a country that switches off electricity every now and then, you have proper matrix LED headlamps. That's them on bright and that's them on normal. Bright, normal, bright, normal. Very nice and clear. You'll be able to see where you're going. I love this color. This is absolute black. It's an optional extra and the price is on your screen. On the side of the Raptor, you'll notice it has some stickers next to the word Raptor. Those are not free. They're an optional extra that will cost you 8,090 Rand. But I actually have some good news. An optional extra that won't cost you anything. It's called liking and subscribing. If you've been watching and you haven't liked, please like. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Support local YouTube, guys. It's the right thing to do. We are approaching 47,000 subs. Still on the road to 50,000 subs by December. Ah, guys, come on. Who am I kidding? We're on the road to 60,000 subs by December. So please share the channel. Oh, wait, hold on. Sorry, let's give the Raptor time. And it's not even trying. You know, someone is saying, but you're in a basement. Obviously, it'll sound loud. Okay, here it is outside. While we're here, let's talk off-roading. Now, the Ford Ranger Raptor comes with the Fox Live Valve Adaptive Performance Suspension. The easiest way I can explain it is, as far as suspensions go, this is the Super Saiyan of suspensions. This is Goku. It makes off-roading seem like child's play, to be honest. You saw on Cars.co that Chiro was flying off of dunes with this car. It's nothing really. Even what you're seeing right now, easy stuff for the Raptor. It's not even a challenge. So if you live in the Bundus or you live in places with gravel roads, this is the bakkie for you. This is the Raptor for you. And even though this isn't technically my car, I still have to treat it like I would treat my own. So after going around Bundu bashing, I took it to the car wash. So while it gets clean, let's take a look at the interior. The interior is similar to what you've seen in the Everest and in the Ranger, but it does have a couple of highlights to distinguish it. By now you're familiar with that 12-inch touchscreen. It comes with wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto. You have proper knobs for your climate control. That's always welcome. That's your gear shifter, wireless charging, USB ports, cup holders, your electric handbrake, and over there is your rotary dial, which you'll use to shift between your different driving modes. On the steering wheel, you have proper paddle shifters. Nice, very nice. Raptor. It's just a good looking interior. Your seats, nice and comfortable, electrically adjustable, leather with a bit of Alcantara. They say the design is inspired by fighter jets. I believe them. Coming to our back seats, as you enter your Raptor, you'll notice there is a cast alloy black side step with the word Raptor on it. So let's take a quick look at the back seats. As you'll expect, the seats will also be leather and Alcantara. In terms of your legroom, that's how much you get. I'm 174 for reference, and those are your rear air vents. You also have a couple of USB ports there, a plug as well, and you'll notice there is a center armrest with a slot for 2 cup holders. So even your passengers sitting in the back will be nice and comfortable. They'll also remember they're in a Raptor because of the orange highlights. They'll also have the Alcantara, the leather, and of course the Isofix mounts. For those of you with children, you can easily slot in your child seat over there without any issues. In terms of your headroom, that's how much you have. Now, because this is a Raptor, you might experience brrr, 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 so you might need to hold on to something. There are grab handles for you to hold on to, or you could hold on to the chair, but I don't recommend that. So I've shown you as much of the Raptor as I could show you in 10 minutes, but now we need to talk about serious business. You know, when you get that text, we need to talk, you know it's serious. Normally, I'd give you the prices and be like, yo, go buy your Ford Ranger Raptor, but it's not quite that simple. First, let me give you the actual prices. So, the recommended price of the Ford Ranger Raptor is 1,184,100 Rand. On finance, you're looking at 23,149 Rand. Over 6 years at 12% interest. A full tank will cost you 1,963 Rand, and trust me, one full tank will not be enough here. And if you got an insurance premium of 4,000 Rand, it would bring your total cost of ownership to 29,112 Rand. But let's get to the part that makes this channel Mr. How Much. Something you won't hear anywhere else. You will not find a Ford Ranger Raptor at that price. You can though. You go to a dealership, they'll put you on a waiting list, but you might have to wait a couple of months or weeks if you're lucky. So a lot of people are now faced with this. You find Ford Ranger Raptors going at above the recommended price, and they're coming in with 20,000 kilometers on the clock at 1.2 million Rand. So that's what you have to deal with. And if you want one with a little lower mileage or a demo model, you'll be looking at 1.4 million. Yeah. I told you when this review started, the Raptor is in a league of its own. Where have you ever heard of a bakkie appreciate in price by 200,000 Rand within the same year? To all you guys who got your Ford Ranger Raptors early, well done to you, because you clearly made a good investment. But to Ford, my plea to you is this: bring in more Raptors. Bring all of them, actually. They will be bought. People have the money, people want to buy them, give the people what they want. Before you leave, for some added peace of mind, you get a 4-year, 120,000 kilometer warranty. And as you know, the service plan is sold separately. Now, there are a couple of features I didn't mention. The first one being you get heated front seats, so they should come through on those cold nights. Second, you have ambient lighting. Yeah, ambient lighting. You also have a proper Bang & Olufsen sound system. It's good. It's very good. And you have active park assist. This is the proper one. You don't brake, you don't accelerate. The Raptor will handle everything for you. Now, for those of you who've been looking at this review and wondering why I was dressed informal, it's because I took this car to the DSTV Content Creator Awards. Thank you, Ford. And by the way, before I forget, allow me to name this Ford Ranger Raptor. I've decided to give this one a very special name. A name I have not used before, a name I have reserved for this car only. I've decided to name this car Bongani. Yes, I named it after myself. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. By the way, I'll be live in studio with YFM Wednesday, 27 September at 11 a.m. So I told you this time, so please tune in, send voice notes, call if you can. But yeah, support local radio, guys. It's the right thing to do. You've been watching the Ford Ranger Raptor special. Thank you for watching. Until the next one, take care. So I told Bra Isaac when I first did that Raptor review that if I ever got one, I would come back and show it to him. So I went back and showed Bra Isaac. He was happy. So if you're ever at Cases Fort Benoni, be sure to check out Bra Isaac. Let him know Mr. How Much sent you.